Hey everybody, this is Bailey from the EMH, and I'm back with another Elephant Money video. And guys, I'm just going to show you a few little tricks that I use to help myself navigate through Elephant Money and check in on a little event that might be happening very shortly, and what kind of impact that has on the Elephant Money ecosystem. All right. And so first, guys, if you're new to Elephant Money, we're going to click these three little links here at the elephant.money site. And make sure you have a partner in the partner network. So you click that and you want to put a wallet address in as a partner. All right. You're welcome to use mine. It's in the description below. Any of your favorite content creators or any other connections you have in Elephant Money. All right. But you want to get an address in there so you can start sharing some tokens of appreciation, some tiny little rewards, and also a tax break if you buy elephant tokens from the site. All right. So make sure you get an address in there, and you can change that address at any time. All right. Our documentation. So click that if you ever want to learn anything about the Elephant Money system. That's our wiki. All right. You can even go to our search and click Lens, and you'll be able to interact with our AI chat GPT wiki, so you can learn anything about the site very easily. And guys, the dashboard, all right, and this is one of my favorite little tools here, and this is going to bring us to Dune Analytics. Dallas created all these great dashboards for the system, so it's pretty much the most transparent, data-driven system you've seen. All right. You don't have to pay attention to any of this. If you're just like, hey, I just want to make some money, like that's great too. But if you're, doing a lot of research or you want to do research, everything is at very accessible and transparent and at your fingertips here. All right. So yeah, so that little event that I was talking about is something called the Flippening. All right. What the heck is that? And oh my gosh. All right. So if you look right here, guys, so we have this blue stuff here, and these are the amount of tokens in the liquidity pools, and it diminished and it diminished and it diminished, all right, back in March and April of 2022. And as that happened, the elephant treasury was growing and growing and growing and surpassed the amount of tokens that were in the liquidity pools. All right. Now, what effect did that have on the price? Well, price go up, right? Yes. So notice, guys, that it was kind of right there at the beginning where we had our parabolic price appreciation supply shock moment. All right, and only to be cut short, unfortunately, by an exploit that has strengthened the system unbelievably, all right, since then. So we're kind of getting ready for that point in time again, because if you take a look right over here, we're noticing that the treasury is actually creeping up to be almost equal to the amount of tokens in the liquidity pool. All right. Now, this was updated 4 hours ago, and the difference there was just a little over 2 trillion tokens. And I believe it is even closer right now in real time. So we'll check in on that, guys. But yeah, like elephant tokens, like look at this, just like past 7 days up 6.3% in the BUSD pool. All right, our ratio of BNB to elephant tokens is up like close to 9% more. All right, so just absolutely destroying, gobbling up all this BNB. Yeah, like elephant token, check it out. All right, a little over 2 years old, and what does it do? It goes up. Okay, that's the BNB and BUSD. Okay, it goes up, all right, because of all the tokenomics in the system where we're constantly capturing value, deepening the liquidity pools, all right, raising the floor price, and we are buying back and locking away in the elephant treasury the supply of tokens, and it's eventually going to lead to a very, very sharp parabolic price appreciation, right? And that is brought to you by our friends, the decentralized liquidity pools, right? You will not see elephant token on any centralized exchanges, okay? Because we like the price to be calculated by the constant product formula, all right, not by human speculation and their orders and their little trading bots. All right, all right, all right. Okay. All right, so guys, let's check in. All right, so getting very, very close. So one little trick, two little tricks that I wanted to show you guys. First, yes, with the Dune dashboard here. All right, so you can kind of see this. If you ever wanted to hide something, you can just kind of click on the title there. But if you wanted more detailed information than just what is in this chart, you can actually click right here, and it's going to bring you to some of the behind the scenes like data. All right, and say if you wanted like a spreadsheet of what all the tokens, the values were of the liquidity pools, or whatever you're trying to track, the price, all right, LP data right there, you can just click it and you're going to be able to see like all that information that went into, all right, and then that's creating those graphs there. Okay, so you're gonna be able to do that, and you're gonna be able to export it, all right, or you can just kind of copy and paste it into a Google sheet. That's what I do sometimes if I'm kind of trying to play around with it. But all that stuff is kind of right there behind the scenes for you if you just kind of click like some of those titles right there. So pretty cool, guys. All right, now one of the other things I want to show you guys is that if we look at these addresses on BSC scan, okay, so we're going to go to BSC scan and we will type in elephant money. All right, so elephant money, okay. If you type in elephant, all right, do not click elephants.finance, all right, probably scam. Elephant token, scam. Wild elephant, scam. All right, elephant money stable and elephant money, all right, that's what you want to go to. Okay, elephant fans deployer, no. All right, so elephant money. Okay, all right, so guys, when you're here, all right, so let's click holders. And you're going to notice, all right, so we have, it's so close, all right, so the flippening means if we added these together, all right, the percentage would be 14.8, like 14.85, and this is 14.66, all right, so it's even closer now, all right, all right, we are getting super close, all right, so under 2 trillion difference in the flip there, where the elephant treasury is bigger than both of the LPs combined. Okay, and so one little trick, guys, I want to show you on BSC scan is, yeah, look at these little addresses. Okay, so the graveyard, elephant treasury, BNB LP, BUSD LP, elephant open leverage. Okay, so you can actually name any wallets you want, or contracts you want. The liquidity drive, when Elephant Token was first released, there is someone that did not claim close to 1 trillion elephant tokens. It is still sitting in the liquidity drive wallet. What is going on here? Crazy stuff. All right, but yeah, if you ever have, or you ever want to name or label an address, it's really easy. You just have to have an account. So you just create like a free account on BSC scan. And what you can do is it just says private name tags. So you just go there, private name tags, and you can see that I've created all sorts of different name tags for elephant money. Okay, so as I'm like reading the blockchain and investigating and looking at all the different ins and outs of the system and all that, elephant treasury, what is it doing? How does it work? Okay, the graveyard, how does that work? All right, I'm going to be able to read the blockchain a lot more easier, because instead of this address showing up, it actually has like the title of it. So you just hit, once you go into private name tags, you just hit add. You type in any address you wanted, all right, and then just put its name there and create the tag. So yeah, so that's helpful, guys, if you're ever trying to figure out like what's going on here. So, you know, you can see here like, oh yeah, there's All right, so the BNB LP just transfer something to the Elephant Router proxy. All right, now you don't have to go that crazy, but then, oh yeah, then it went into the Elephant Treasury. So you can kind of see if you're interested in reading blockchains, like it helps you a little bit there. All right, so that's another little trick of the trade there. I'll show you guys. And the whole thing, guys, about this is when the liquidity pools go down, okay, our price is going up, all right, because of the constant product formula, okay? So we're gonna really wanna take a look at and keep an eye out on this number right here, the liquidity pool level, all right? And we want that level to just get lower and lower and lower. So we want this LPs to just get lower and lower and lower, and those LPs find their way into Bertha, the Elephant Treasury, or to participants in the system. As long as we take out those tokens, the tokens price begins to skyrocket. All right, that's the supply shock. Okay, and so I was just playing around and I did a little update on my elephant.money, the DeFi King's coronation. All right, so I crowned Elephant Money King when I believe King Charles there in England became king, and yeah, you know, Elephant Money is a little cooler, I would say. And I created some nice little projections here. And those projections, though, I was kind of like just taking a look at the Elephant Treasury, and I was giving all the tokens to the Elephant Treasury through the buyback program. And I was not, I was kind of leaving the human participants out of it. All right. And I made a, a very dramatic apology video for that because it was very hard to predict human behavior. All right. And FOMO set in. Okay. So this time around, guys, I re-updated it and I put a couple extra slides in there. And this is for just the liquidity pool values. Okay. So as these tokens are leaving the liquidity pool, all right, they could be going to Bertha, the Elephant Treasury. All right. They could be going to participants. Okay, and a small little portion are trickling their way into the graveyard through reflections. Okay, but primarily they're going to be going into the treasury or into participants' hands, and that's just going to leave us with looking at these LP tokens. Okay, so right now we're going down and down, and eventually, guys, we're going to be hitting these thresholds that I have here, like the 140 trillion mark, the 130 trillion. And what I tried to do is just chart out every 10 trillion and just give a little rough estimate of kind of what we'll be looking at with like the price of elephant token at that time, what the liquidity pool balance would be, and how much overall liquidity we would have in our liquidity pools on a pancake swap. Okay, now this right here, guys, there's a couple things it takes, or it assumes. BNB has been like, honestly, it's been really lame. All right, it's like $240 is what I estimated it at, and I kind of kept it at that level. All right, so so these projections assume that the average price of BNB is about $240. All right, and that I haven't really taken into consideration any buying and selling taxes from the participants. Okay, because like say if the participants held like 20% of the supply, they can buy, someone sells, but then another person buys, like they still have the same amount, but those taxes have deepened the liquidity a little bit. So, this liquidity number would be lower than what it actually is, all right? But it's hard to kind of forecast and predict like human behavior and how much volume you're gonna have through that. All right, but this is going to give just a nice kind of like ballpark idea of like, all right, like say, we're at 17 cents per million, and like what's a 10x from here? Well, it'd be like $1.70 per million. So like All right, we're talking about we have to get the liquidity pools down to about 48 trillion or so around there. All right. So you can kind of ballpark get an idea, like, yeah, it's not tomorrow, guys, like the 10x, it's a little bit of a ways away. But it'll give you that idea. It's like, oh, can like elephant token, like, can it 100x? All right. Yeah. All right. So from right here, it can 100x if that 148 trillion can get down to 15 trillion. All right. And how does that do that? Well, more people, more adoption, so people buy the elephant token and love it as that appreciating store of value that it is. All right. And people are cashing in on the cash flow engine. All right. The futures. So as people are doing futures, as people are participating, and all right, in a reestablished trunk peg. All right, the treasury is going to be going absolutely nuts. And oh yeah, NFTs are launching very soon. Cha-ching. Paying out elephant token in perpetuity would be that's a pretty sweet thing to pick up. All right, and that's going to supercharge and fuel the treasury as well, guys. So yeah, so just hey, LPs, the name of the game is draining the LP, and look at the price appreciation that we're going to be seeing. All right, from this elephant token. Sky's the limit, guys. All right, it's all about just people participating in our cooperative that we have going on with the decentralized community bank. All right, so pretty exciting stuff, guys, happening in elephant money. All right, Flippinings, we got more and more people figuring out elephant money. Futures is crushing it. NFTs right around the corner. All right, unbelievable stuff here. All right, stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of fireworks this summer, and I will be very happy to bring them to you. All right, so thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. This is Bailey from the EMH. I'm out.